Tony D and Little Joan asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Based on a True Story, a new TV series from Peacock about a true crime, a couple of true crime fans who then start a podcast and then get involved in crime. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Quick announcement about the Pineys. Amazon is raising their print rates. So in about a month, all my prices have to go up. So heads up, if you want to get a copy of the Pineys, this month is the time to get it. Anyhow, so if that girl looks familiar, the pregnant woman, it is the chick from The Big Bang Theory who plays the lead. I guess she's the lead, and her husband have a money problem. It's a very weird plot. So they have a money problem. She's obsessed with true crime. So they decide to start a podcast to solve their problems. That does not sound like a good way to solve your money problems, but okay. I don't think you needed the money aspect of this in the plot, but there it is. Takes place in LA, of all places, one of the most expensive places to live. And again, it feels an awful lot like the people who shoot stuff in LA and set things in places like San Francisco and New York seem to have no clue what's actually going on in LA, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago. It just seems like, oh, yeah, this looks like LA. It's all nice and clean. No homeless people sleeping on the street. It's fine. It's all fine. It's just that there's a serial killer running around and these two get involved. And, I feel so bad for them. They're having money problems. Look at their house. Look at their damn house. I'm sure the podcast will fix that. This feels like a TV show that was designed for soccer moms or wine ants. And, it just is kind of a stupid premise. So they're in the true crime. She's obsessed with true crime. I mean, like, you can hear the pitch, right? Oh, everybody's into true crime podcasts these days. Oh, let's do a story where the main character is obsessed with true crime and then gets involved with mysteries. Somehow that all works out. I guess. I don't know. Quite frankly, the true crime stuff's gotten a little out of hand. I went through a true crime phase, but I would not just listen to podcasts, I would also read about it. And yeah, some of these podcasts are really good. They do their research or whatever. But I don't know, it seems a bit much these days. A little bit much. So this TV show, I guess it would connect with people on that level. They could identify with the main character and say, oh, I'm a true crime nut too. The only thing is, I don't think a lot of them can use, correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to stay away from referring to actual serial murderers and killers because they don't want to give them attention. They don't want to, I don't know, there's certain rules about criminals not benefiting from their crimes, and they're probably very wary of that. So they're going to have to make up kind of like what they do with products. They'll make up a bunch of killers that'll sound kind of real, but they're not. And then, of course, the one in the show's not. So it's kind of not real. Kind of takes you out of it. On top of the fact that I don't think it's going to be a very realistic LA. It looks like the cleanest version of LA I've ever seen. And I used to watch stuff back in the 70s, which were, cop shows back in the 70s. They were shot all over LA. And even that didn't look this clean. So, that these two are going broke in LA is different from going broke in, say, I don't know, Alabama. I mean, this guy's still playing tennis and he's going broke. He's lost his job. But I've got tennis lessons. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, well, it's not almost like, it's as if these writers can't connect with real people to the point of which they're so disconnected they write normal like this, right? So, like, the normal for this, like, should be, and granted, it should probably take place in a city, and they should probably be 1 foot out the door in LA. That would be a realistic way of doing it, right? They lose their jobs and they have to leave LA for greener pastures because it's just too nuts. And then they solve the mystery before they leave, and then you could start the next series, like, I don't know, in Texas somewhere. It'd be kind of cool. This, it just feels almost lazy shooting it in LA. And on top of the fact that you just don't have, I mean, this shot doesn't even look like LA, quite frankly, but I'm sure it is. Maybe it's on the lot somewhere, a fake restaurant on the lot. I don't know. It just feels, if you're gonna do a fun mystery thing, yeah, I mean, do it. I wouldn't get hung up on trying to make it realistic. So I feel like if you're gonna make it realistic, make it real. If you're not, then don't bother with the money part. That doesn't make the characters relatable to me, because they're already existing in a fake world. You might as well make them at least well off enough that they're not involved in a, to me it would be more realistic that he has a great job and she just goes, oh, I'm going to do a podcast about criminals. Like, she has a job but it's unimportant, or maybe she has to leave her job because she's pregnant and then starts the podcast because it's for fun, and then it gets out of hand. That to me would be a better pitch than this. Oh, we're going to start a podcast and save our house? That doesn't make any sense. Anyhow, I don't know. Maybe I'm picking it apart. I mean, Kaley Cuoco, I think her name is, or Cuoco. She's actually she's got good energy, I'll say. Her husband lead, he's okay, I guess. He's not really doing much in this, but it may be mostly focused on her because she's the one with the big TV resume. She's the one they're going to keep putting in stuff because they think, oh yeah, the key is we'll just keep putting this. She was in Big Bang Theory. It was a big show. Oh yeah, big show. I mean, she's okay. She has great energy, but beyond that, what, and she does have comic timing, so that's fun. I like the role of her playing a pregnant woman in the show. That's kind of cool. The pregnant woman that solves mysteries. It would be great if they continued that trend every season, right? So, like, season 2, she's pregnant again, and then she's got the toddler running around. It's a couple of years later. That'd be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have Peacock, so I'm not watching this. A series breakdown, I can't really do it in 3 acts, but yeah, I mean, you kind of know where this is headed, right? So it'll be about them in the first episode, and like the first person it'll all be about her getting the idea to do the podcast about the serial killer, and then the first victim, and then that's the end of the first episode, and then the later episodes they're trying to figure out who it is, and it's the whole season, and then the season finale is, oh, we solved the murder and the murderer nearly killed us, but we escaped, and we turned him into the police, or we tricked him and he fell off a cliff or whatever. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, that's a TV show, I guess, if you watch Peacock. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D. There were no other trailers. What do you want from me? I was looking and looking and looking. nothing really cool dropped today. It's about as cool as I could do it. Anyhow, I'll be at Devil Creek's Brewery at 7 on Friday. Hope to see you there. I'll be telling you how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Check out my books. Again, the prices are going up soon, so check them out now, and we'll see you tomorrow.